If the truth hurts, you were already lying.
Being misunderstood isn't the worst. Being unheard is.
You can talk about me. Just don't expect me to stay quiet.
They turned me into a statue, but I never agreed to stand still.
If you cross me once, you're no longer in my world.
I'm so glad we're taking this trip together. I needed to get away from my routine for a bit and just enjoy some time together.
Honestly, this is going to be a lot of fun.
I just want to point out that I've never been to Copenhagen before.
Me too. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's kind of like London without being London.
It's just a European city, you know.
That's true. But wait, has anyone heard from Elodie?
No, I thought she was with you.
No, I thought she'd already arrived.
Didn't she send a message to the group?
I just checked. Nothing since last night.
I'm the one organizing this trip, so seeing that Elodie's MIA really throws me off right away. I know her well enough to know she never disappears without a word. Even when things aren't going well, she always finds a way to check in. Right now, her silence seems really strange to me.
I'll try calling her. No answer.
It's still weird. She knew we were leaving today.
I don't want to start imagining things. Maybe she had a last-minute problem.
Everyone's trying to stay calm, but the atmosphere is weird. This really isn't like her at all. At this point, the most important thing is just to know that she's okay.
Maybe we should ask the production team if they have any information.
I'll do that, but we can't just stay stuck here indefinitely.
Maybe she'll join us later.
Yeah, if she decides to come. An absence is never just an absence. When someone changes their plans overnight, there's often a reason. People don't always say when something's wrong. They just distance themselves. That's why this kind of situation deserves our attention.
Okay, let's go. I'll keep texting her on the way.
Wait, is that the house?
Yes, it's one of Omar's family homes.
Venus, you didn't tell us it was this amazing.
I understand why you wanted to bring us here.
The view is magnificent. It's truly a place where you can get away from it all.
You have to admit, Venus knows how to host. The house is gorgeous. The setting is incredible. And you can tell she lives very well. In the end, this trip is mostly about the memories we're creating together. Good ones, I hope.
I really wanted us to have a place where we could feel at ease. Not just travel, but truly enjoy ourselves.
Mission accomplished. I could stay here for a month.
I give it exactly 2 hours before someone starts crying in this house.
2 hours? You're being generous.
There's an article that just came out about Elodie. They're reporting that Elodie and Connor are splitting up. Her absence is starting to make sense. To think she's going through something like this all alone while we're planning this trip, it hurts.
Honestly, it breaks my heart. A divorce turns a whole life upside down. It's never a trivial matter. The hardest part is knowing that Elodie would have been the first one there for any of us. So knowing she's alone at a time like this is sad.
Am I surprised? Not completely. Not because I knew anything. But when news like this becomes public, it's often because a lot has already been going on behind the scenes.
I'm really sad for her. But I think it also reminds us of one thing. Great love stories aren't always as perfect as they seem, even the ones we want to protect.
I just want her to know that we're here for her.
I'm going to keep calling her. No matter what happens, she's not going to go through this alone.
We should let her decide when she's ready to talk.
Yes, because this is her story.
For once, I think we should listen before giving our opinion.
I think we need to talk about 2 things today.
I guess the first thing is dinner at Venus's place.
Yes, because we haven't seen each other since then, but that's not all.
Elodie's divorce, too.
I think we're all still coming to terms with it.
Elodie's divorce completely changes the vibe of the trip. Everyone's surprised to hear this news come out like this. That said, to say I'm totally shocked would be a lie. It's just a train arriving a little late. What struck me is that no one seems really surprised.
Because deep down, we all knew there were tensions.
Tensions in a relationship don't necessarily mean divorce,
No, of course not.
but it does mean there were probably things we didn't know about.
The news shocks me. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I thought she'd stay in her own little world a little longer. I think we all sensed that there might be something behind the smiles. We just didn't know how much.
What bothers me is that we're talking about her when she's not even here to tell her side of the story.
Exactly.
Lucas? Come on, you know how it works too.
We can understand, yes. But judge? No.
I think we agree on that.
This situation hits close to home for me because I've been through a divorce myself. I know what it's like to see a part of your private life become a topic of discussion. A divorce isn't just a separation, it's a complete rebuilding. So I refuse to judge or engage in speculation. Personally, I don't want to get too involved
Why?
because I know how it feels.
Because of your divorce?
Yes, last year I was in that position. And the last thing you need is for people to analyze your marriage as if they'd lived through it themselves.
That's true. I totally understand Zariah's position because her divorce really shook her up and changed her. I think she's in the best position to understand, more or less, what Elodie is going through.
After dinner at Venus, I sent Elodie a message
Why?
to apologize. We were all caught up in our emotions, but with Elodie, I realized she was going through something much deeper. No matter our disagreements, she deserved to be heard. I wanted her to know that I also recognized my own significant share of the responsibility.
What did she say?
She appreciated that I made the first move.
That's good.
I think what she needed most was to feel that we didn't just see her as a situation or a problem.
As a person.
Exactly.
But I want to bring up something else.
What is it?
The lunch thing.
Martha, it's important to me that you answer clearly.
I knew we'd come back to this.
Did you deliberately hide from me that you talked to Lucas about lunch?
No, but by then it was already too late.
Thank you for admitting that.
I'm not proud of it. I wanted to avoid a conflict, but in the end, I created a trust issue. By trying to protect the situation, I may have given the impression that I was hiding something.
It wasn't the conversation with Lucas that hurt me.
I know.
It was the fact that I asked you directly.
And I wasn't completely honest.
Exactly.
I think we also have to acknowledge that this is a complicated time for everyone.
Yes,
Between Elodie, dinner at her place, lunch at my place, the tensions, everyone's on edge.
But that doesn't mean we should stop being honest.
I agree.
I'm disappointed in Martha, and I'm not going to pretend that'll go away in 5 minutes. I know Martha. I know she didn't mean to hurt me, but trust is something you have to protect. That's what friendship is. Not just at Versace or Dior.
I just want to say one thing.
I'm listening.
I care about our relationship, and I don't want this mistake to define our friendship.
Me neither, but we're talking about something that's more than just ridiculous.
The fact that Zariah told me it would blow over really touched me. Because behind our disagreements, there's genuine affection. I'm someone who likes to be in control and be right, but sometimes you just have to admit when you've hurt someone.
I think we just did something rare.
What?
A difficult conversation without anyone walking away from the table.
Don't speak too soon.
You're right. The journey isn't over yet.
I'm glad we're all here tonight. I think we needed a moment where we could just sit down and talk normally.
The key word in your sentence is normally.
Because up until now, nothing has really been normal.
I think it's a shame we've come to this.
I think, more than anything, we've all kept a lot bottled up inside.
That's exactly why I wanted to host this dinner. Not to rehash the arguments, but to try to start over on a better footing. This dinner is important to me because I hate seeing the people I love in conflict. I organized this trip to create memories, not to see them walking on eggshells around a table. Sometimes the problem isn't what we feel, but how we choose to express it.
I think we can start by saying one simple thing. Nobody here is perfect.
Thanks, Lucas. What a revelation.
I knew you'd find a way to be sarcastic.
I'm just lightening the mood.
Sometimes, Martha, you use humor to avoid getting to the heart of the matter.
And sometimes, certain people use big emotional arguments just to prove they're right.
That's exactly what we were trying to avoid.
I knew this dinner was going to be complicated. I just barely patched things up with Zariah, so I know that the slightest thing could set everything off again. But honestly, my head might still be worth a million simoleons in this group, because everyone has an opinion about me.
I don't think we're here to attack anyone.
No, but sometimes we say we're having a conversation, when really, we just want to explain why we're right.
That's kind of what we're all doing.
I think we should stop trying to figure out who's right or wrong. It's interesting to hear Lucas talk about honesty now. Sometimes the people who love pointing out others' mistakes the most forget to look at their own.
That's easy to say.
Why do you say that?
Because just 4 days ago, some people weren't really acknowledging their role in what happened.
If you're talking about me, just say so.
I'm talking about the situation.
No, you're talking about me.
I knew Calista was going to take it personally. In this group, asking a question sometimes comes across as an attack. But if we want to move forward, we have to stop getting offended the moment the truth is uncomfortable.
See, that's exactly what I mean. We start a conversation and 2 minutes later, someone feels judged.
Or maybe sometimes someone feels judged because they know there's some truth to it.
Lucas.
What? I'm just saying what everyone's thinking.
And that's exactly why we have to be careful. The truth without compassion can also hurt. Lucas often makes good observations, but his problem is that he sometimes forgets that words have an impact. He wants to be honest, but he also likes to provoke.
I think the problem is that we're all trying to protect our image.
That's true.
We all want to come across as the good guy in the story,
Because we don't want to be the bad guy.
but sometimes we might have hurt someone without being a bad person. Making a mistake doesn't make someone a bad person, but refusing to admit it. That's when relationships start to fall apart. The real question isn't who was wrong, it's who's willing to own up to it.
I think we can all admit that we could have handled certain things better.
Yes,
I agree.
So, why do I feel like we've been going around in circles on this same topic for 2 weeks?
because we haven't really talked about what's bothering us.
There's a lot of frustration in this group. I know I'm not perfect, but I also know that I've always been there for others. I just wish people would remember that too.
Okay, let's talk about it then.
All right.
But let's be respectful.
Always.
Until someone says something another person doesn't like.
Lucas.
Just kidding.
Lucas is only half joking, I know him. He's my brother, and I know he has absolutely no limits when it comes to dark humor. But sometimes, you have to know when a situation calls for a little more sensitivity.
Half joking.
Let's change the subject for a minute.
Do you want to talk about Elodie?
Yes.
I think we need to be careful.
I think we can also be honest.
Honest, yes, but respectful.
The subject of Elodie is complicated because she's not here to defend herself. But behind the headlines and rumors, there's above all a person, a friend, a woman, who's probably going through one of the hardest times of her life.
What's crazy is that everyone's talking about their marriage as if it were a total surprise.
Because it wasn't really a surprise.
Excuse me,
I mean, we all knew there were problems.
but that doesn't mean we should treat their divorce like a spectacle.
Nobody's saying that. I'm torn. I feel bad for Elodie, but seeing Calista act like she's completely taken by surprise is pretty interesting, especially after she told me about her marriage. Sometimes we know more than we care to admit.
I just think we need to remember that Elodie is a person, not just a story circulating in the media.
Calista, no one said she wasn't a person.
Yet I get the impression you're talking about her marriage as if it were a predictable event.
Because there were signs and you know it.
Signs don't give people the right to rejoice over a divorce.
But who's rejoicing? Seriously, are you crazy or something? What bothers me about Calista is that she's quick to turn a conversation into an accusation. No one here is rejoicing over Elodie's divorce. We can feel sad for her and still acknowledge that there were things we didn't see.
I just feel like some people are forgetting that she's suffering.
Wait, because right now it sounds like you're assuming we aren't thinking about that.
I'm just saying we should be careful.
We are being careful, but being careful doesn't mean pretending we didn't see anything.
What bugs me is that we were all able to recognize that something was off after dinner. But now that we need to have a real conversation, some people want to rewrite history. Sometimes I don't understand how some people's brains work.
Calista, I don't think anyone here is forgetting that.
Then why are you talking about it so casually?
Because the way you're presenting things makes it sound like we're insensitive.
Insensitive?
Yes. As if loving Elodie means being unable to admit she was going through a rough patch.
That's not what I'm saying.
Yet that's how it sounds. And that's where I have a hard time with Calista. She wants to protect Elodie, and I respect that. But you can't ask others to pretend they haven't noticed anything. You can support someone without rewriting their entire story.
Because I believed in their relationship.
And that's great.
So now I'm not allowed to be sad.
That's not what she's saying.
I feel like you're downplaying my feelings.
No, we're just trying to be realistic.
It's easy to be realistic when it's not your story.
I think the problem is that we're not talking about the same thing.
What hurts me is feeling like people are forgetting why I'm reacting this way. It's not because I want to be right. It's because I care about Elodie. Maybe I'm taking things too personally, but that doesn't mean my feelings are wrong.
We can feel sad for Elodie and still acknowledge that some things were complicated.
I agree with that.
So we need to stop thinking that someone is attacking Elodie just because they're not saying exactly what you want to hear.
I never said that.
But that's how I've been feeling since the beginning of dinner.
So now I'm the problem?
No. But sometimes you get so defensive of someone that you don't leave any room for other reactions. I'm not trying to argue with Calista. She wants to protect Elodie, and I respect that. But defending someone doesn't mean preventing others from having their own opinion.
I'm gonna say something, but Venus is right about one thing.
Of course.
You sometimes tend to talk as if you're the only person who really cares about Elodie.
That's not true.
Then stop making us feel like we're insensitive.
I'm not doing that.
Yes, you do, and that's exactly what's getting on my nerves.
No, Martha.
Yes, you do. I think Calista sometimes confuses standing up for someone with controlling the conversation. You can love someone, feel compassion for them, and still accept that there are many ways to look at a situation.
Stop. We're doing exactly what we said we wanted to avoid.
He's right.
We were supposed to have an honest conversation, not try to figure out who's going to win.
I think we all need to accept one thing. We love Elodie, but we don't live her life for her.
I just think we need to be careful about how we talk about her.
And I think we also need to be careful not to use her situation as an excuse to avoid our own conversations.
Are you talking about me again?
No, I'm talking about everyone. What's complicated about this group is that we all want to be the most compassionate person. But sometimes we forget that we can be a good friend while still acknowledging reality.
I think deep down, we all want the same thing.
For Elodie to be okay,
Exactly.
So maybe we should stop fighting over who loves her the most and just finish our dinner in peace.
I can hear that.
I'm glad we're finally reaching a moment of calm. Because at one point, I felt like we were in a competition to see who had the biggest heart. And honestly, nobody cares about that kind of contest.
it's a start at least.
I think we just had 5 minutes of maturity.
Enjoy it. It doesn't happen often.
Especially with you.
Venus, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Have you heard from Elodie?
No, still nothing.
Even after everything that came out?
No. But I don't hold it against her. I think some people expected me to take it personally. But not everything always revolves around me. If Elodie is going through something difficult, my ego isn't the priority. Sometimes you just have to know how to make room for others.
I'm glad you said that.
Why?
Because I think she was already in a bad place even before we left.
Did you see her?
Yes.
When?
A few days before we left after your dinner.
And how was she?
Honestly, I've never seen her like that before. When I see Elodie before the trip, I immediately sense that something is different. It's not her mood, it's her energy. She's always trying to stay in control. But right then, I see someone who's emotionally exhausted. Knowing what I know now, I wonder how I didn't pick up on the signs.
What made you think that?
She seemed sad.
So sad that you didn't sense there was a problem?
Venus.
Well, that's true.
And she wasn't even wearing makeup.
Elodie without makeup?
Yes, and I know it sounds superficial, but that's not the point.
I don't judge a woman by her appearance. But with Elodie, it's different because she's always so in control of her image. She can spend hours getting ready and make it look like everything is natural. So if even Calista noticed a difference, it means something was really wrong. Do you think she already knew her marriage was over?
I don't know if she knew it at that moment,
But
but I think she knew something was wrong.
I wonder if things got heated between her and her husband after dinner.
That's exactly what I think.
Because an announcement like that doesn't just happen overnight.
No, there must have been a trigger. I don't claim to know anything about their marriage. No one really knows what goes on behind closed doors. But sometimes you can sense when someone has reached their limit. And with Elodie, I had that feeling.
What bothers me is that we're talking so much while she's not here.
I know.
I want to be her friend, not someone who tells her story for her.
You're right.
But that doesn't mean I'm not worried. It's hard to find the right balance. As a friend, you want to understand, ask questions, get answers. But sometimes loving someone also means respecting their silence. Elodie needs to be able to come back when she's ready.
I just hope she knows she can come back to us.
I think she does.
Even after dinner?
Yes, because an argument doesn't mean you stop caring about someone.
I really hope she's okay. What hurts me the most is thinking that Elodie might be going through all this while we're still trying to figure out what's going on. You can have disagreements with someone and still feel compassion, and I think that's exactly what she needs right now. Hi everyone, I have an idea for when we get back.
Oh my god, what does she want from us now again?
When you start off like that, I never know if it's going to be a good idea or a new problem.
Very funny, I was thinking of throwing a little party at my place.
I really like that idea.
Nothing complicated, just everyone getting together, a few drinks, something simple.
At your place.
Yes.
I don't know if that's a good idea. For me.
I knew Lucas would hesitate. After everything that's happened, I know there's still some tension between us, but I refuse to let one bad moment define our entire relationship. It's like taking a first step forward despite his betrayals.
Why wouldn't it be a good idea?
Because we've just spent several days trying to work things out.
Exactly. Maybe this is a chance to start over on a different footing.
Maybe.
Lucas, honestly, if you don't want to come, it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yes, I don't want to force anyone.
Callista's reaction almost made me laugh. I thought she was going to insist, tell me to make an effort, but in the end, she agreed way too quickly. So I'm wondering, did she really want me to be there? Or did she just want to be able to say she'd invited everyone?
But I'm inviting everyone.
Even me?
Yes, even you.
Is that an invitation or a threat?
Zariah, can you cut it out for a second?
I'm just trying to lighten the mood.
Anyway, I think it's a good idea.
Me too.
I think we all need moments when we're not just talking about problems.
You have to give Calista credit for one thing. She's making an effort. She could have shut herself off after everything that's happened, but she chose to organize this party. Then again, I know Calista. She likes to keep things under control. With this group, wanting a perfect party is already a huge challenge.
I think that's really mature of you.
Thanks.
Although I think it's going to take some effort from everyone.
I agree.
I think we've all learned something on this trip.
Me first and foremost.
Inviting everyone after all this tension is no small thing. But I know Calista, too. I'm not saying her invitation isn't sincere, but I know she also likes it when things work out in her favor.
I'll think about it.
Do whatever you want.
I don't want you to think I'm turning it down because I want to cause trouble.
I don't think that.
Okay.
This trip has been intense. There have been tensions and difficult conversations, but the fact that we're all still here at the end means something. Then again, with this group, even a simple dinner can quickly turn into a big deal.
I realize we still had a really wonderful time.
Despite everything.
That's probably the craziest part.
What?
That we managed to enjoy the trip, even with all the difficult conversations.
I think it also shows how much we care about each other.
That's exactly what I was hoping for when I planned this trip. When I imagined this trip, I just wanted to create a moment to breathe, not to solve all our problems in a few days. A trip doesn't change people. It just reveals what's already inside them. And despite everything, I'm proud that we managed to make progress.
In any case, the house was incredible.
It really was.
Omar has great taste. Too bad he's selling it.
I'll tell him you all enjoyed it.
You can really be proud of what you organized.
Thank you.
This trip reminded me of one thing. Conflict doesn't erase people's good qualities. Venus created a space where we were finally able to have the conversations we'd been avoiding. Not everything is resolved, but there were genuine moments of sincerity.
There was just one person missing.
Elodie.
Yes.
That's true.
I think we all thought of her several times during the trip.
Especially with everything that happened.
Her absence was really noticeable.
I think her absence changed the energy of the trip. I'm going to be honest, even with all the tension, there was someone missing from this room. Elodie. We talked about her with frustration, worry, and sometimes even questions. But deep down, I think we all would have preferred a difficult conversation with her rather than her absence.
Yes, because beyond everything that's happened, she's our friend.
I think that's what we sometimes forget when emotions take over. I'll be honest, Elodie has annoyed me at times. But being hurt by someone doesn't mean you want to hurt them back. I think we've all sometimes confused defending our point of view with trying to be right. Deep down, you can be disappointed in someone and still want the best for them.
I also think we've all learned that we never know the whole story.
Exactly.
Anyway, I want to say something about you, Venus.
Me?
Yes, you've really created something special here.
I agree.
Me too.
I think that, despite everything, we're leaving with more good memories than bad ones.
That's exactly what I was hoping for when I organized all of this.
Well, I'll probably come to your party after all, Calista.
Probably.
I'm keeping a little suspense. Otherwise, you'll think everything's too easy.
Oh my gosh, you're so one of a kind.
After dinner at Venus, I went home with a lot on my mind, and I realized I couldn't put off this conversation with Connor any longer. We sat down and talked honestly, and that conversation confirmed that it was time for us to go our separate ways. This divorce doesn't erase the years we shared or the love we had. Today, my priority is Bennett, and I want him to grow up knowing that he's loved by both his parents. I don't want him to feel the weight of our separation, because this story belongs to Connor and me.